Hey Vibe Tribe, rockin' with your favorite friendly friend Dana, stickity motivator, with the vibes that are greater. That is to mention the amazing people that have been dedicated and loyal to me. Not just the stream, not just things and stuff and such. To me, as an individual, as an immortal human of souls, I would start off the stream by recognizing how grateful I am to have those in my life and those that are in my life that have yet to meet my life. And whenever I meet my life, I would note to become a part of my life. With realizing all of the amazing things that could be made of Vibe Tribe and of ideas. An idea to recognize would be the physical energy and motivation, that is rejuvenating within the spiritual essence, coinciding with the physical sense of love, of care, of, beyond care, concern, and within concern, the delegating of togetherness. I just got out of the shower, so whenever you're married, there's a wedding band, and then there's the wedding ring. And, it definitely reminds me of the movie, The Ring. Within the essence of loyalty to, rather, your cause may be being loyal to your wife, loyal to your husband, loyal to the essence of your husband and your wife. Within recognizing true loyalty beyond and within drama, utilizing drama as a measurement cup. How much, it's not how much pain can you take, it's how much drama, how much things that you may or may not be prepared for, emotions, anger that may arise, anger that arises from what? Is it from a trigger? Is it from the study that, within studies, the question that may arise within study? Could it be, noticing that, the saying, they're similar in a married couple, they argued, as a married couple, as siblings would, and then you're like, hold on, how could you equate, how could you possibly equate, the unthought of or the unspeakable within a meme? A meme is, some sort of regulatory means to connect to, a truth within partialized recognition. And within partialized recognition and, in partialized study, you have all these blips of study success, some sort of study success, and, we don't allow the study success to turn around within the Hidden City gameplay. So, how could you equate study and success within gameplay ennyarodasi? Those are two parallels that, often are probably not drawn within recognition and within drama. Drama news, what's new on drama news, It would be amazing, if news, would highlight memes. I read this really funny meme once, and it made the news. I read this really funny meme once, and it made the news. I read this really funny meme once, and it made the news within the roof of the cathedral. Within the roof of the cathedral? Yeah, it made the news. What's the news? I don't know. What catches your attention? Maybe it doesn't catch your attention. So, are you asking me to study annoying, acts of art? Maybe annoying acts of art somehow composed into mathematical equations of untold proportions. That's maybe within proper preparative. So to recognize what grinds people's gears. Oh, do you not want something in particular to happen, or do you want something in particular to happen? If it doesn't, would it grind gears? Are you mentioning that, I don't know, Zach Bezos? How many shades of, who, was it Da Vinci that painted in the cathedral? It's like, reaching for truth. Clear. Makes sense within, certain drama news. And that's we don't have to fight to, talk about drama news. Drama news is, within everyone's life. There's stuff going on every day within everyone's life. To be within, I don't know, annoying study. Within some certain annoying study, I would recognize drama news. It's, how could drama, just, were you in a mood or something? And then, drama news, freaking somehow came in within your TV or something? Was it some sort of Hidden City gameplay. To recognize fake love and drama, and then to recognize real love and drama. It resonates more with real love. It's fake love that it's the essence of fake love that holds real love. Within real love, recognizing the contrast within Hidden City gameplay. And then we recognize that some certain gameplay is within some certain true essence, not of meme play. And then you recognize, within gameplay and meme play and, video reacts and Hidden City gameplay and, study. Within study, we have memories. The memory of where I burnt myself making popcorn on the stove. Who makes popcorn on the stove? Alright. If you have, what is it? It's a certain popcorn, alright? And it's supposed to be made on the stove, and it creates a popcorn. It creates popcorn. I don't know. I can't remember how exactly it happened. Though, within things and stuff and such, would that be Hidden City gameplay? Something that we can all remember, and somehow, whether it be within a narrative of passive-aggressive, within passive-aggressive, we recognize chat, troll reactions, and response. Now, within drama, let us weigh between fake and real love. And you would recognize that just because you laughed at a joke, does that somehow make you a part of the joke? And if you were not a part of laughing at the joke, if you were a part of, recognizing yourself, and your understanding not being funny, so the joke then would become your motivation towards Hidden City gameplay, because that which is not funny, I don't need to react to show you that it's not funny. Though, you would notice those that have reacted, and if you laugh at a joke, are you a part of the joke? Or are you a part of the response? Because if I respond to a joke, would I be responding to a single entity, or would I be responding towards the whole world? Oh, somebody told me a joke that I didn't think was funny, so the whole world, shall be a part of my response. Within Hidden City gameplay and drama news, girl, I would mention that's proper. And then within proper, is 1 plus 1 really 3? Because is 1 plus 1 really 4? Because if you turn it on its side, then it's an equal sign. But it can't be equal! So within certain religions, maybe my religion said, females can be equal, females can be bosses, boss bitches, you know what I'm saying? Give me boss bitches. Over here, it's like, females can't be boss bitches. You can't be boss bitches. And it's like, well, I believe that I delegate, over 50 shades of gray. 50 shades of gray would be 50 shades of tan. Tanning, the tanning booth. Any hoodles. It could actually mean 50 shades of sarcasm. It could be 50 shades of freaking Hidden City gameplay. It could mean freaking 50 shades of funny videos. It could be 50 shades of TikTok reactions. Just within the funny videos and within Hidden City gameplay, what do you mean Hidden City gameplay? I mean, the Hidden City, you have to download the app, you have to click on the app, and then there's like a freaking city. What do you think it is? It holds your attention for a minute, Wusa, within Wusa, So we would recognize chat, reaction, response, and then we recognize, the essence of art within mathematics, the essence of art within drama news, and then we recognize, maybe we would be, it would be historical if, we, represent is, that should be an essence. Now within essence, the essence of meme word gameplay. So the essence of evolution between and exclusively, as starting from a place of wordplay. Maybe before I had streamed, I had been very much communicative and expressive within the community of wordplay. And within wordplay, from the time that I was 13 years old, so that would be 20 years, 20 plus years, maybe 25 years, I don't know. We recognize the internet to be a hidden city. We recognize within hidden cities, the gameplay ends up being, and it's not ends up being, within language, we should refine our understanding to where it starts to enhance and to grow understanding. To grow understanding, do you think that may mean something historical? That you are right in line within historical. That to be annoyingly precise. Within guessing games, within careers, and within maybe concerning motivations, or drama news react, motivations, or Bible studies motivations, becoming the essence of lived experience. Let's notice if Jesus were to be reborn, then in essence, as would his disciples, and as would his Mary Magdalene. And within Jesus and Mary Magdalene, Jesus being very conservative. And Mary Magdalene being very in line with, what would grind your gears in a relationship, because within conservatism, you would notice that conservative individuals have conservative lifestyles. Within conservative lifestyles, you don't have, your wife is not a boss bitch. Maybe your husband is, though. And within, boss bitch status, you're allowed to be a boss bitch. Things and stuff and such. You find sometimes equal opposites. Equal opposites? What do you mean? I don't know. I'm just out here, I'm not reaching. I'm stretching. Why am I stretching? Because I know that is, that is natural movement. And within natural movement, whenever you wake up in the morning, you stretch. So within recognizing hidden city gameplay, you can't freaking limit the freaking gameplay to some sort of that was supposed to be end of gameplay. That's not allowed within the reactions of, study. That's where you have sequels. And then you would often notice that it is the same characters within the sequels. Even, whether it's a sequel, whether it's a trilogy, whether it's a freaking Chronicles, it's the same characters. You're not gonna have, the fucking characters die off. The movie was too perfect. Freaking things and stuff and that, Really? That is where so within hidden city gameplay, within study, you would recognize the essence of stair-step evolution. And what is stair-step evolution? Maybe we should look up the essence of stair-step evolution. So stair-step evolution has to do with the plateaus historically within peaks of intellectual understanding. And within peaks of intellectual understanding, within the last 70 years, we have technologically, as far as knowledge of moats and, natural irrigation, as far as all sorts of things and stuff and such, we would notice that we have evolved to a certain seeming plateau, though within what grinds our gears, we are faced with the drama news that you, in essence, would have to fight. You would have to fight to allow. You would have to fight to allow women to drive. You would have to fight to allow, structures of evolution. So with the structure of evolution, in certain cultures, you're not allowed to date outside your culture. That's, within certain understandings of what grinds certain people's gears, because within the statutes of certain states, certain countries, that's not necessarily what America promotes, but then again, America does kind of promote that. So, to recognize within gameplay, you have sometimes opposite equal, and equal opposites. And what do we do with equal opposites? We make movies about how, confusing it is to describe, the perfect essence of love. And, the communication of love in the ether. If I'm not, to notice the low odor essence of the Expo dry erase marker, I would never have the comforting understanding. The comforting, now, it would be noticing within certain notice. Recognizing what more do I want out of life. And you recognize you have everything that you could want. You just have yet to come to terms with it, because it may be, within years of grinding, you notice that the opposite similarity. So, within ping pong, you are, it's the essence of energy pong. So, energy being reverberated. So, the energy being reverberated. Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z. Out of, love! I'm gonna harness love! And within the freaking, within the Dragon Ball, let us freaking, should we look up Dragon Ball Z for those that may or may not be Dragon Ball Z fans? Because, goodness, I may be speaking to Dragon Ball Z fans. Dragon Ball Z fans are like, ennyarodasi, you are freaking butchering the understanding of Dragon Ball Z. Like, how could you play a freaking energy ball and not fucking properly describe the Dragon Ball within, stair-step evolution? And manga, was it manga? Was it a manga, or was it the Dragon Ball Z? Was it a trilogy? Was it a Chronicles? Then to notice within my earlier description how the same characters were within the evolutions. So to evolve would be to evolve the characters, not to evolve your perception of the characters. Because if you evolved your perception of the characters, you'd end the story. Are you the one writing the story, or are you a critic? Critically acclaimed movies are not written by the critics. They're enjoyed. To be enjoyed would recognize it's somebody else's art. It's somebody else's idea. It's somebody else's truth. It's somebody else's idea, within the idea. It's somebody else's oracle. Somebody else thought of the essence that rejuvenated your senses to the essence of understanding and beyond the essence of understanding, enjoying. How could you enjoy a movie that you don't understand? You have to watch it a few times, don't you? And then if you watch it a few times, does it mean that you bought the movie? Did you download Netflix? So you have been part of the equation. And if it is an equation, then there is an answer. And within the answers, there's a question mark. Because, within stair-step evolution, the answers are to be embraced within evolving the story and evolving the story sequence, evolving the chronicles. Now, within mystery movies and mystery stories, the evolution begins to come together. And it is a scary thing, it is a scary essence, because it is a part of drama, it is a part of news, because it is a stance within belief and gameplay. Belief, what is belief? It is the energy of believing, of course. What is gameplay? It is the energy of utilizing energy. Utilizing energy, whether that be, hand-eye coordination, whether that be utilizing the essence of capabilities within the essences of video reacts within funny videos. And this is the thing, within funny videos, if you're not a comedian, who the heck gave the guy the boo button? The one that's like, oh, boo, where the crowd's all boo. Who gave every guy the crowd react button if that guy's not even funny? A critic, or somebody that's not a critic, somebody that's not a comedian should not be, in essence, playing within Hidden City gameplay if, you don't know what you're doing. You look really, you look really much like drama news, or a part of, starting a drama news cycle. If, we have somebody that is not a comedian, judging a comedian. Now recognize that within judging, if I were your mathematics tutor, I would be judging how you formulated the equation. And I would tell you, your mistakes. That would be judgment. It may come across as criticism, and it may come across as mean. And sometimes where we are not, nice to ourselves, we end up, showing that to the world. And even, especially if it is not the world that we're mad at, it is not, it may be the essence of study within our evolving circumstances, recognizing evolving circumstances, and then recognizing, equal opposites. Recognizing equal opposites. Recognizing that within certain religions, it is blasphemy for there to be equal opposites. And in certain religions, the notice of equal opposites is more harsh because, if you're dealing with a female or if you're dealing with a male, are you a male judging a female? Or are you a female judging a male? Because maybe it is not within your job description, nor within your ability to describe or your ability to judge correctly within an evolving circumstance. So why would I be the essence of not evolving the story, especially if I'm the one that's a consumer to enjoy the essence of the story? It's not the essence of the story, it's the evolution of the story. Beyond all boundaries, that may have been stated for the story's, stance within reality. Well, for a book that was written freaking 2,000 years ago, what is that saying? Don't forget that history repeats itself. History repeats itself. How could we create a joke that not everybody's gonna laugh at? Go with certain laughter. Danger zone! Danger zone! Oh, shit, I don't think it would be the first time in history that, some people tried to make a joke that ended up being, World War or something crazy, Oh, somebody tried to make a joke. Somebody in history who thought it wasn't funny? Who did not think it wasn't funny? And then, all these question marks, things and stuff and such, and then, recognizing the question marks as answers and as the answers as question marks. So, if it is a chronicle, how could the question mark be the answer? It would be the mark of the understanding of the answer that is being provocated within display. Provocated would be the essence of, I mentioned something funny, you laughed. It provoked you to laugh. It provoked you to vote. It provoked you to react. Within recognizing essence and low odor essence, is would be a generalized statement within stance and understanding, and to recognize that within some cultures, the literal understanding of understanding would be to understand. What do you mean? What is that called? It'd be, crawl spaces. For me to live in your crawl space, maybe for me to be to understand you within some certain religions. That is fact. Could be factual evidence, though, within Hidden City gameplay, there's, we secure. Within securing, from the essence of wordplay, gameplay, meme play, and stances within drama and news, within all, energetic motivation, all energetic provocation, things and stuff and such. To recognize a governor on an engine Engines with governors are engines that have yet to meet their full potential. Within recognizing that it is being limited within full potential, if it's being limited within full potential, you would recognize that within unconditional essences, there are, judgment is the essence of fear that is bestowed by the provocation only provoked within TVs, movies, and circumstance that would be commercialized within promotion. And don't you notice that, even if you've just ate something and you watch a commercial on TV, a food commercial, how our brain reacts within the provocation of it would be provocation within inflation to a certain degree. What is it inflating? It is inflating your subconscious to focus on things that are not, to be worried, to not be an essence of what grinds your gears. It's only supposed to be promoted to you as this is within the essence of what grinds your gears. So if you were to think of Rose and Jack, would you not recognize that within a class status, that it would be certainly provoking of emotional responses within communities to notice that, you are clearly outside of the boundaries of what is, equal. Recognizing that noticing life beyond what is considered equal, what is considered opposite, what is considered hidden gameplay. We would recognize that for it to be hidden gameplay, it must be within some certain rule to hide and or to separate understandings within drawing what would be recognized as a class. Different classes, different limiters, different governors within, the engine of structure. Within the movie The Titanic, I would recognize that they were both operating within, maybe they had both, popped their governor, and so within, and they were etherically sound of mind to create a circumstance that would create an evolving essence of chronicle. Now, within recognizing the movie not as a chronicle, as a two-part series, within the recognition of Hidden City gameplay and evolution, we would recognize that we have yet to define the type of cartoon Dragon Ball Z. sequel to the series. So beyond the series, they created the sequel. And it aired in Japan from 1989 to January 1996, and was later dubbed for broadcast in at least 81 countries worldwide. Now, due to the success of the series in the United States, the manga chapters making up its stories were initially released by Viz Media under the title Dragon Ball Z. The anime's popularity also spawned various media and merchandise, and has come to represent the majority of the material within the Dragon Ball franchise. This is including films, home video releases, soundtracks, trading cards, and video games. And it remains a cultural icon through numerous adaptations and re-releases, including a remastered title, Dragon Ball Z Kai. It picks up 5 years after the end of Dragon Ball series, with son Goku, now a young adult and father to his son Gohan. A humanoid alien named Raditz arrives on Earth in a spacecraft and tracks down Goku, revealing to him that he is his long-lost older brother, and that they are members of a near-extinct elite alien warrior race called Saiyans. Goku, originally named Kakarot, had been sent to Earth as an infant to conquer the planet, and suffered a severe blow to his head shortly after his arrival and lost memory of his mission, as well as his bloodthirsty Saiyan nature. Raditz tells Goku that along with two stronger elites, Vegeta and Nappa, they are the only remaining Saiyans after their home planet Vegeta was destroyed. Raditz asks Goku to enlist in helping conquering planets and joining the remaining Saiyans. And when Goku had originally refused to join and help them, Goku and Krillin, down with one strike, Gohan threatens to murder him if Goku does not kill 100 humans within the next 24 hours. So Goku decides to team up with his arch-enemy Piccolo, who is also defeated by Raditz in an earlier encounter, to defeat him and save his son. During the battle, Gohan's rage momentarily makes him stronger than Piccolo, and Goku, as he attacks Raditz to protect his father, the battle ends with Goku restraining Raditz so that Piccolo can hit them with a deadly move called a special beam dance, mortally wounding them both, and kills them after a short while. But before Raditz succumbs to his injuries, he reveals to Piccolo that the other two Saiyans are much stronger than him, and will come for the Dragon Balls in 1 year. So having witnessed Gohan's latent potential, Piccolo takes him to the wild to train for upcoming battles against the Saiyans. In the afterlife, Goku travels to the million-kilometer snake And he trained under the ruler of the North Galaxy, King Kai. King Kai teaches Goku. And Kaioken. And the Spirit Bomb technique. Despite his villainous nature, Piccolo grows fond of Gohan, while he oversees him learning to fend for himself. This forges an unlikely emotional bond between the two. After a year, Goku is revived with Dragon Balls. But King Kai panics as he realizes that Goku will have to take Snake Way again to get back, and won't make it until hours after the Saiyans arrived. Though Goku's allies group up to fight Goku and gets back to prove to be no match.
Majestic.
And with Piccolo's death causing both Kami and the Dragon Balls to fade from existence, when Goku finally arrives at the battlefield, he avenges his fallen friends by easily defeating Nappa before crippling him by breaking his spine in half. A furious Vegeta then executes Nappa for his failure to kill Goku. Goku uses several grades of the Kaioken to win the first clash with Vegeta, which concludes with a climactic Kai Beam struggle.
Majestic.
It comes at great cost to his body, as Vegeta comes back and creates an artificial moon to transform into a great ape, which he uses to torture Goku, Krillin, and Gohan sense that Goku is in trouble, and they return for a group fight with now seemingly unstoppable Vegeta. They're aided at key moments by Yairo, who cuts Vegeta's tail to revert him into a normal state. Goku gives Krillin a spirit bomb that he made, and Krillin uses it to severely damage Vegeta. Vegeta is ultimately defeated when he is crushed by Gohan's great ape form. He retreats to his spaceship as Krillin approaches to finish him off. Goku convinces Krillin to spare Vegeta's life and to allow him to escape Earth, with Vegeta vowing to return and destroy the planet in revenge for his humiliation at Goku's hands. And, reading it really seems like a love story. Seems like a hero love story. It does. Seems like a hero love story. Upon their arrival, each looking to use the Dragon Balls to obtain immortality. As Saiyans become stronger, when they recover from the brink of death. So he seizes the opportunity to rebel. A triangular game of cat and mouse ensues. draw the parallel. They did step inside. In your Odyssey, how have you drawn a parallel between? I would imagine that it was somewhat of the understanding of love that has created the passion, the passionate fight scenes within the freaking within the manga. Let us read a dictionary word of the day, shall we? And be sure to stay tuned for a chat. And more epic episodes. Exceptional. Unusual or uncommon, superior. Acceptive of the nature of an exception. Accept, to leave or take out, exclude, omit, to object, to or to take exception with the exception of, excluding, leaving out, save, but tell no one except me. Archaic, if not that, unless except a man be born again. Exception, that which is excluded as from a list. The act of accepting. Exclusion, the captious object. Complaint or quibble. Law, a formal objection to the decision of a court during trial. Take exception, to take offense. Exceptionable, open to exception or objection. Excess, that which passes the ordinary, reasonable, or required limit. Inordinate gratification of appetite, the amount by which one thing is greater than another. Overplus, being above a stipulated amount extra. Of excess, a departure. Dissipation, exorbitance, extravagance, intemperance, lavishness, overabundancy, superabundance, superfluity, surplus, waste, wastefulness, excess, is more than enough of anything, and since this is many We may have also extravagance of language, professions, etc. As extravagance is excess in outlay, exorbitance is excess in demands, especially in pituitary demands, overplus, and superabundance denote in the main a superfluidity, and an undesirable excess, lavishness, and profusion, a generous or bountiful excess. Bountiful excess. Surplus has none of the unfavorable meaning that often attaches to excess of surplus which remains after all demands are met. Redundancy refers chiefly to literary style, denoting excess of words or matter. Excess in the moral sense is expressed by dissipation, intemperance, antonyms: dearth, defect, deficiency, destitution, economy, failure, frugality, inadequacy, insufficient, lack, need, poverty, scantiness, shortcoming, want. Excessive, being intending to marked by excess. Immoderate, extreme. Excess profits, net profits beyond the normal average for a period of years. Exchange, the act of giving or receiving one thing as an equivalent for another. A trade, bartering, exchange of prisoners. Interchange, an exchange of wit, remarks, etc. Interchange, an exchange of an exchange of receiving of equivalents in money, goods, or labor. The system by which titles, commodities in distant localities are transferred by means of credits, drafts, etc. The rate of exchange, the percentage of difference between currencies of values at two given places. Bills, drafts, presented to a clearinghouse for settlement. A transition from one experience or condition to another. That which is given or received by interchange as a periodical, or as an advertisement exchanged for another. A place where merchants or brokers effect exchanges, a stock office. Physics, the mutual interaction between the electrons, protons, and other components of the same or different atoms. A labor exchange, under intercourse. Bill of exchange, another for payment of money to a third, the amount to be charged to the drawer of the bill, par of exchange. The comparison of value in gold of the monetary units of two different countries. Rates of exchange, the price at which a bill in one country upon a drawee in another country may be sold where drawn. To give or part with something regarded as of equal value. To exchange for dollars. To give and receive in turn. Reciprocate. to replace, buy, or give up for something else, to exchange poverty for wealth, to be given or taken in exchange. American money exchange as well. To make an exchange, changeability. The treasury of a state. The administrative department of the British government having the management of the public revenue. An ancient common law court cognizance of matters connected with the public revenue. Arouse a feeling interest into being or activity. Evoke. To excite admiration or jealousy. To arouse a feeling in. Stimulate the emotions of. To excite something or someone to hatred. To cause action in. To stir. Stir to activity or motion. Wine excites the tongue. To bring about a riot. To excite a riot. To cause to initiate or develop a magnetic field as a dynamo. To raise an atom or molecule to a higher energy or quantum state. Excitement. The act of exciting stimulation. That which excites, the state of being excited. Agitated or aroused. Disturbance, agitation. Under enthusiasm, warmth. Exclamation. A clamorous or passionate outcry. An abrupt or emphatic expression. An interjection. An exclamation mark. Exclamatory, a word, phrase, or sound uttered under emotional stress. An ejaculation. Exclamatory, of the nature of exclamation, given to or characterized by the use of exclamation. Exclave. A minor part of a country disjointed from the main part, lying within an alien territory. Compare enclave. Exclusion. Apart from its surrounding, as a means of studying the characteristics of a region under controlled conditions. Enclosure. Intended ecclesiastical sentence of exclusion from the sacraments and communion of the church, to expel in disgrace from any organization. Excommunicated. An excommunicated person. Excommunication is the act of excommunicating, or the state of having being excommunicated, a cutting off of an offender from all privileges of church membership. Excommunicative. Favoring or decree excommunication. Excommunicatory, causing or of the nature of excommunication. Excrescence. An unnatural or disfiguring outgrowth as a wart on the human body or a nutgall on the oak. Any unnatural addition, outgrowth or development. A natural outgrowth as hair. Excrescency. Especially an abnormal outgrowth. Excrescent is of the nature of or pertaining to excrescence, a superfluous, intrusive, less matter eliminated from the bodily system, especially that in which has entered into the constitution of the body and is removed in urine or sweat. Noxious or worthless matter generated in a plant by destructive metabolism. To excrete. To throw off or eliminate as waste matter or by normal discharge of an organism or any of its tissues. Excretion. The act of excreting. Matter excreted partially, sweat, urine, and the juices excluded from certain plants. Excretive, having the function or power to excrete. Excruciate, to inflict extreme pain or agony upon torture. Excruciating, causing or inflicting intense pain. Agonizing. To exculpate, to declare free from blame, prove innocent of guilt or fault, exonerate. Synonyms under justify. Of culpare, blame. Exculpation, the act of freeing or attempting to free from blame, vindication. The state of being freed from blame. Exculpatory, tending to or resulting in exultation. Vindicatory. Excurrent, running or passing out. Running through the surface, summit, or tip, as midrib of a leaf, or the canal of a sponge. Excursion, a short journey, usually for pleasure, a boat or train trip at reduced rates, accommodating groups of excursionists to a specified points, a body of excursionists collectively, a digression, deviation, a running out of going forth. Physics has the aptitude of vibration, the movement of vibrating or oscillating body from its means to either of its extreme states or positions. The apparent movement to and fro of a heavenly body as of a satellite about its primary. Excursionist, one who makes an excursion. Excursion ticket, a round trip ticket at a reduced rate. Excursive, given to making excursions, wandering. Desultory, erratic, digressive. Excursus, a supplemental dissertation added to a work, a wandering off, digression, a going out. Excusal, the act of excusing. Excuse, to pardon and overlook a fault, offense, etc. Regard as unimportant, to try to free someone from blame, to seek to remove blame from. I excused myself to him. To offer a reason or apology for an error, fault, etc. To try to obtain pardon or minimalize. To serve as reason for justify his energy. Does not excuse his lateness. His energy does not excuse his lateness. To release from attendance, a duty, promise, etc. To refrain from exacting or enforcing as a demand or claim. See under justify. Allocate pardon. A plea in extenuation of an offense, neglect or failure. The act of excusing. A reason for excusing. Pretense. Ex delicto, Latin from the word crime. Execrable, worthy of excretion, of operative on a future contingency. Consideration, contract, or device. That has been our words of the day for today's episode. Stiggity, stiggity. Be sure to stay tuned for the next episode. And bye, every time. Stay remain stick it to, and know that I love you.